did or what he said. Man, his homie killing ends, but shit, at least them niggas slid. I can't tell you what I did, no cap, cause most of them niggas dead. I can't tell you what I did, cause I'll probably be in the feds. Gang shit, better ask about drill wick. I change shit, change whips, hit a few niggas up with the same blick. I just ran up 30,000 last week, ain't changed fits. When it's violence in my community, you already know they blame wick. Hey, Keno felt that fat could run no more, he thought it was over. 2 Glocks, I'm like 2 pistols, he knew it was a close one. Goofy came my block, he got one off, but now he toasted. Glock 23, I call it tally, cause this bitch a blower. Druid really grew up my overtext and I ignored her. Take pictures with all my fans, fuck that, my supporters. Start my bitch a biz, she scratch off goals and I support her. Call my phone's 100 in, what's the order? Boy, this shit ain't new to me, I've been spending on the ops. Druid, he a bastard, I ain't grow up with a pops. I was out ditching school, testing my accuracy on they block. They say why they call you drills, cause I really been on the lot. Shooters know the shooters, and the killers know the killers. You niggas don't look familiar, I don't know none of you niggas. And I'm jumping out on feet, but caught my first one out the window. And if we ain't DOA him, then he was fighting in a spittle. Seen shit walk him down, the gun jammed, he thought it was over. Melly died, a nigga got hit in his head, but God was over. Rock had put fin them niggas crazy cause he folded. Ten ain't had to say shit when he got that room, but he told it. Boy, this shit ain't new to me, I've been spending on the ops. You niggas ain't kill shit, videos the only thing you drop. I'm a low-end terrorist, I really spit every block. Call me Druid Osama, I done went up on all the ops. That nigga dead, nobody care about what he did or what he said. Man, his homie killing ends, but shit, at least them niggas slid. I can't tell you what I did, no cap, cause most of them niggas dead. I can't tell you what I did, cause I'll probably be in the feds.
I've been a cabbie for 30 years, and I'm telling you, you don't walk around here at night. Yes, sir. He'll kill you and strip you in 10 seconds flat.
I'm a trophy round this bitch, nigga. They call me big homie. Master level, bro, you drop me, you get like 10 bodies. Payroll let you celebrate it. Don't be his 10 body. Undefeated heavyweight, nigga, I think I'm big baby. Half a brick, slapped it all grams, these horns go crazy. Slap his bitch, knock down his man, Javante Davis. We hang niggas, cab the clan, come get your shit painted. Drop bodies and bags to plan, ain't nothing gon' change me. Rambo, I stand on my name, they know I pop shit. Dirty choppers at my mama house, she know we drop shit. Get in the streets, take will come with it. You bet not snitch, we slump shit everywhere in my city. I cannot flip. In the cell, 8 with his mans looking at his portrait. Like, damn, cuz, what happened to him? I know you salty. Sugar turn to shit, you get static with your partner. They start scratching with some pits. He can't shake up out that coffin. They was calling, trying to squash it, don't want war with us. Mama house blew up, dude got his noodle touched. At Geno's, caught him lacking, took my 40, smacked him up. Man, y'all lucky we is on camera, I'd have built your ass up. We started stepping around this bitch, I bet they vouch for it. Little niggas look up to me, don't know we dropped they big homies. Out of town hunt niggas, I always got my stick on me. I took a life when niggas took some shit from me. Gangsters moving silence, we don't post nothing. I promote violence, they go smoke some. Shaquille O'Neal, where the AR gillos and go post up. My baby 24, R.I.P. Kobe, he gon' show up. Sit you next to Kobe, brother, then scratch off doing donuts. Let Giants sleep. Why y'all won't come fuck with me? These niggas spinning around, think they tough as me. Shooting shit from up the street. How could you ever think that you had nuts like these? Gonna be another chapter in our killing spree. Hero, how you catch me, bro? You go crazy, I'm still stepping though. Smack this shit with hollows back to back and watch this head come off. 19, he got bodies, a real gangster. Gang, I'm vouching for him. They know my name, I threw this bitch for crushing shit. I ain't no local joke. Drop me, you gon' die. Bet my brother smoking shit, one of them niggas. Know my son gon' be a main character with his switch complete, not mission. You ain't right about your brother, but if I smack one of your bitches on camera, your pussy ass probably be laying in my bushes. We stay dangerous one in the chamber, bro. My mama raised a gangster. I'ma die dying. They gon' have my funeral at a stadium. It's us or y'all. I don't trust a soul. My city small, everybody related. Got cousins and brothers we don't know about. Lot of niggas getting money, I don't matter. Killers control the clout. I had static with millionaires when I was worth an ounce, couldn't get me dropped. I still got my glizzy out. Jumping, I'll be getting down. We hit the whole city with choppers, don't come through here. Playing around, my papa shot my daddy, cuz it's in my blood, just slang his arm. Long way from 8 balls, all that money gon' put us over the top. If you ain't CAB, you a op. That's just how we rock race killers in the ghetto. Call out of town, they come through, pop your top, nigga. You a op. That's just how we rock race killers in the ghetto. Call out of town, they come through, pop your top.
I talk to say he told me killed him in my way. Bounce out on his block with Drake and Blast. He run, he done that chop, eat up his face. We do hits and bounce back in them cars. We right back towards the 8. Bitches claim they love me, they just love that sack. I made her wait. We scratch out the scene and this bitch get the stream and this is straight. Ski on, they ain't see me. I'm dogging the demon past the Jake. Don't claim that you need me, you just want that cheese and I'm gonna make you wait. Threw her up and he went easy, happy he grabbed a bait. They call me go cause I stand on all 10 and I go get shit done. I don't care about niggas, I could treat them boys just like my son. I'll pop out switch on me, FN on me, play then you done. You know how we bounce out on your block, we hop out chopsticks, please don't run. Told that bitch she could come suck me up, I might toss her some huns. We get bored, it ain't shit else to do, so we go on some hunts. We suit up, we go load up the clips, fuck the stick, grab the drum. Catch her face and I'm gon' whack her, put his bitch ass in that trunk. We gon' spin, it's like 3 o'clock, but we ain't tired. One of my brothers jump your gate and you play crazy, then you die. Let's play faces red. I keep telling 30, don't join the lie. Lil D chases ass. Brought my twin cause we get real salami. I put that gin up to his face, he closed his eyes. Lil folks got a face shot and somehow up to this damn day he's still alive. How yo gun it cause this the rack and most just don't survive. Out that window with that jerko playing pros and cons slime. We chase face cars. I heard that ESO come with like 10. We gon' still take that little scrap fuck if it's Gokes, Lock or a gin. I love Ben Frank. I think me and bro could be best friends. Heard he died for this gang. I bet he won't do that again. Switchy smack his face. Drench switch lanes. Watch how this go. Niggas ain't any blunt, they scraps. Let's be for real. Them boys some hoes. We hit Parnell so much at this point. I'ma just say we own it. How they say they spinning blocks, we spin they blocks. They ain't even on them. We ride AMGs and tracks, ain't none stolen. Drakes up on our trail, we give them hell. We forever rolling. Catch a face, we leave them bait. For that pay, no throwaways. F&N's and Drakes, leave them late. Tavy demon time, no time to wait. Fredo twin up, we grew up on the 8. We some headhunters for that paper. Call them 6 in the morning, like pop out, we got a face. Caught that face, SRT track talk, no matter, we getting away. Fuck the Jakes, fuck the steak. E-way barely touch my brake. After we fuck, you gotta get up. Hell no, you can't touch my face. Keep my Drake, SRT, we dog down the whole 8. Lil' Rob called me like pop out, we got it straight. Now we straight.
Hey man, say man, it's your nigga Losi. Bitch, you already know what it is, man. Shout out to the real niggas, real bitch, real wag, you dig? Man. Shout out to my nigga DJ Rufus King, Get Money Rick, 762M Thing, gang, and Omega Oats, man. Go crazy, shorty, you already know, man. And we gonna take it to the rack, bro. And today we gonna talk about what's worse, Gary, Indiana, or the rack. Now a lot of people looking like, yo, Gary that's the rack. No, it's Gary, Indiana. Home of the Indianimals. You an Indianimal? He said Indianimal. We some Indianimals. Nah, I'm not an Indianimal. I'm a Chiracian. You know, type shit. Now, Loki, can't use stand metal. I don't even know what that means, gang. Donate a reaction, just curious. Either that or I do something else. I don't even know what that means, gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm down for a reaction. You know what I'm saying? I do a reaction for you. But I don't know what stand metal even means, son. I ain't gonna lie. Is that some inside shit that I don't know what it is or whatever it is, I don't know what the fuck that means, Slime. I ain't cap you out. I really don't know what that means. I really don't know what the hell that is. I ain't been sitting here a lot to you. You get this shit busting like a mad Russian.
Gary, Indiana sits just outside Chicago, often unnoticed, but its streets have been awash in blood for decades. In the early 1990s, Gary infamously topped the nation's murder rankings. A billboard at the city limits in 1993 warned drivers, "Caution, you are currently in Gary N, 1993 murder capital of the nation. Proceed with extreme caution." That year, Gary, population tilted to 110 homicides, suffered 110 homicides, a staggering rate of 91 murders per 100,000 people, nearly 10 times the U.S. average. This bleak title, Murder Capital, would haunt Gary's reputation even as the national spotlight remained fixed on his bigger neighbor, Chicago. Today, Gary still bleeds. In 2023, the city recorded 52 homicides, down slightly from the previous year, now an alarming
I ain't gonna lie, folks. If you just send me that, G. Hey, yo, shout out to my boy. Let me see. Sit there. Yo, shout out to my boy Clouds, man. Now, Cloud, if that's you, you got $15 more to that, bro. Reaction started at dub, my gang.
whole for a city now under 75,000 people. Per capita, Gary's violence rivals the worst big city neighborhoods in Chicago, yet little of this carnage makes headlines beyond Northwest Indiana.
Gary definitely get it popping.
Before we get started on this video, make sure you go check out my website. That's in the description.
If
where
you
I
know,
post viral
everyone know
videos
that.
daily. And plus, make sure you like the video and share it with someone to
Gary
spread
do
the
not have
violence
enough
awareness.
people to be out there smoking shit.
First, breaking news. This Monday, a 1-year-old boy playing outside in Gary shot. Police say a 19-year-old was watching the little boy and 2 other children while they played in a yard on West 25th Avenue. Someone nearby started firing. The teen and the 1-year-old were shot. Both are in serious condition. That's the latest. Tonight, a 15-year-old is among 2 people found dead in this Gary, Indiana home. The victims are identified as 15-year-old Amari Aaron and 39-year-old Kelton Aaron. Police are not saying how the 2 victims died. Officers discovered the bodies at the home in Gary's Glen Park neighborhood late this afternoon.
Unlike Chicago's gang wars, endlessly analyzed in documentaries and hip-hop blogs, Gary's street war rages quietly and without fanfare. Block by block, the city next door to Chicago endures a deadly cycle, largely alone. One reason Gary's violence is so intense is its tangled ties to Chicago's gang culture. During the 1990s and 2000s, as Chicago demolished infamous housing projects, many displaced gang members spilled over into nearby Indiana. Gary, part of the Chicagoland area, became a new base for some of these criminals. As a 2008 federal report noted, Gary is among the most violent cities in America, with entrenched gangs like the Gangster Disciples, Vice Lords, Imperial Gangsters, and Latin Kings dominating its streets. These are the very same gang nations that originated in Chicago, now extending their reach into Gary's neighborhoods. One reason Gary's violence is so intense is its tangled ties to Chicago's gang culture. During the 1990s and 2000s, as Chicago demolished infamous housing projects, many displaced gang members spilled over into nearby Indiana. Gary, part of the Chicagoland area, became a new base for some of these criminals. As a 2008 federal report noted, Gary is among the most violent cities in America, with entrenched gangs like the Gangster Disciples, Vice Lords, Imperial Gangsters, and Latin Kings dominating its streets. These are the very same gang nations that originated in Chicago, now extending their reach into Gary's neighborhoods. Proximity to Chicago also means a flood of firearms. Indiana's lax gun laws have made places like Gary a pipeline for illegal guns into Chicago. Gang members easily obtain pistols and even assault rifles in Indiana and funnel them across state lines. Many Chicago crime guns trace back to Gary's gun shops and straw buyers. Of course, those guns are also used right at home in Gary. Heavily armed crews patrol the city's derelict streets, ready to shoot at the slightest provocation. The result, a quietly simmering war that has given Gary a homicide rate often higher than Chicago's, even if the outside world barely notices. Gary's street wars have produced tragedies every bit as horrifying as those in Chicago, including the murder of children. One recent case shocked.
Hold on, Slimy. Let me see what you're talking about, gang. For short $6, my nigga.
Even veteran detectives. On February 15, 2023, around noon, 13-year-old Ori Dodson was chased down and executed on a sidewalk outside a Gary church. Responding officers found the boy lying face down by the church's front doors, shot multiple times, once in the back and twice in the legs. Evidence showed Ori was running for his life when bullets struck him from behind. Why would anyone target a 13-year-old? According to Lake County prosecutors, Ori was killed for disrespecting a gang. Investigators uncovered that 2 teenage gunmen, 17-year-old members of a local clique called the 49th Avenue Boys, allegedly murdered Ori as retaliation. His disrespect was shockingly trivial, insulting a slain member of the 49th Avenue Boys and throwing down their gang signs on social media. In the world of gangs, those gestures were a capital offense. Police say the teen shooters hunted Ori down on behalf of their gang's honor. A chilling echo of Chicago's gang feuds, where even minor slights on Facebook or in rap lyrics can lead to murder. The killers were barely older than their victim. Both alleged gunmen, Davy Brunson and Kristen Barbie, were only 17. They now face first-degree murder charges with sentencing enhancements for using a firearm and for gang affiliation. One accomplice, a 21-year-old getaway driver, was charged as well. In August 2024, a jury convicted Kristen Barbie, and a judge sentenced him with 125 years in prison for Ori's murder. His co-defendants await trial. The case pulled back the curtain on Gary's underworld. During the investigation, authorities executed 50 search warrants and uncovered substantial evidence of gang crimes tied to the 49th Avenue boys, including multiple homicides, drug trafficking, and gun running across the region. In other words, this one clique had been waging a quiet reign of terror, leaving a trail of bodies without any national media coverage. Gary's gang war is very real, even if it's largely ignored in silence. Like Chicago, Gary's street culture has given rise to a gritty rap scene that overlaps with the gang conflicts. Local rappers rap about the violence around them and sometimes become targets or perpetrators of that violence themselves. Yet few outside Indiana have heard of Gary's underground rap figures, who lack the wider recognition of Chicago drill stars. The quest for clout can push these artists to extreme moves to get attention. One Gary rapper, who calls himself Scrooly G, recently grabbed headlines in the drill community for boldly inserting himself into Chicago's gang beef. In 2024, Scrooly G went on Instagram Live and taunted members of Chicago's FBG Flyboy Gang, a gangster disciple-affiliated rap crew, even going so far as to disrespect the memory of slain Chicago GD rapper FBG Duck. In his profanity-laced rant, Scrooly G bragged that FBG weren't as dangerous as they claimed and provocatively said he was smoking on Duck, a phrase gangs use to insult the dead. He essentially challenged Chicago's GDs, saying none of them had avenged Duck and that he'd take on any of them who wanted static.
Bro, you're from Gary, Indiana. You dirty as hell and stank out there.
Oh my God.
I'm ready to die.
Really rat?
Shit, I want y'all to know that. Listen very
really
closely.
A rat.
I don't give a
clown
like you do. Listen very closely. I throw all this away today.
Ain't nobody taking your dumb ass
you ready
shit.
to do that?
You live in Arizona.
Yeah, tag Billy bitch ass. Washed up old ass, dirty bum ass. Got more paper than you, stupid. What is wrong with you? Then you just break your legs, you ain't gonna be able to run nobody down. Clown ass.
That. Everybody know that song.
Swag your ass make Mexican music, Puerto Rican music. Ain't nobody doing no song with your washed up ass dude. Then you gonna keep talking about everybody who this duck died. Even on any nigga that know Scrooly, on my dead cousin, this on me at all times. Any nigga twice my size, once my size, bro, you walk up on me, look at me wrong, anything, I guarantee you I'll face your ass where we at, nigga. On my dead cousin, I guarantee you I'll leave your ass right where you at, nigga. On Bro Grade.
The response from Chicago was swift and fierce. King Yella, a well-known Chicago rapper close to FBG Duck, blasted Scrooly G as an out-of-line clout chaser. He went live to curse out that Indiana ass, out-of-town ass rapper, telling him to keep Duck's name out of his mouth and threatening him with violence in return. The exchange was heated and deeply personal, with Yella even insulting Scrooly's deceased relatives in retaliation. To Chicago street rappers, a Gary outsider meddling in their war was intolerable. This social media feud might have seemed like typical internet posturing, but in the world of drill, online words do spill into real-world bloodshed. Indeed, Scrooly G learned how real it can get. In late 2023, during a music video shoot on Gary's West Side, gunmen opened fire on Scrooly G and his crew. In footage later posted online, the rapper is seen dancing for the camera before sudden gunshots sent everyone diving for cover. Dozens of rounds reportedly ripped through the scene. Miraculously, no one was injured in the ambush, but the message was clear. Whether the shooting was an attempted hit by rivals or a warning, it proved that Gary's...
Hold on, boy. That boy Cloud came through. You know what I'm saying? Is this it? No, it's not it. Okay, cool. Now, my boy Cloud. Hey, shout out to my nigga Cloud since the first reaction of the night. Super chat, cash chat, gang. Now, it's THF Muda Homicide. This a new song or old song? Definitely old song. I fuck with Muda. He the only nigga I fuck without a THF. That's crazy. I actually fuck with him.
Man, we the real hot niggas,
I know his cousin though.
Shout out to all my hot heads, man.
RP my boy white folks, man.
We ain't half
White folks had a baby by his cousin.
Word on the street, T-Chef niggas gon' tweet, give me let them llamas ride. 30 boys gon' blow, catch your op gon' score. You ain't fucking with none of mine. Ride up, masked up, you leave more in a cup with the Nina. He'll leave your ass traumatized.
Ain't that shorty?
Let the Mac eat his face, dead body, red tape on the
that
wall. It's
Fahim?
gonna be a fucking homicide. Word on the street, T-Chef niggas gon' tweet, give me let them llamas ride. 30 boys gon' blow, catch your op gon' score. You ain't fucking with none of mine. Ride up, masked up, you leave more in a cup with the Nina. He'll leave your ass traumatized. Let the Mac eat his face, dead body, red tape on the one. It's gonna be a fucking homicide. Let's get something straight. I'm Muda, I tell you, there's nobody better than. Been that nigga since Pampers, I spot him, I climb, bitch, I am a veteran. I cock it and reload, he tuck like burrito, I think that boy Mexican. DJ Money and Drizzy and Dafo be smoking and leaning on medicine. Talk Tony on Twitter, Westbrook come and get you and leave him irrelevant. We got Rugers and Semis and all of our guns be chunky like elephant. Niggas don't know how to act.
I thought he went with that shit.
That's why he won't do that again. Bitch, I'm 4-6 till I die. Them new niggas know that I've been with this terror shit. Since money be bummy, them onion no dummies, they know they ain't with the shit.
They always say he wasn't no shit. Shorty out there with that bitch on him, and he looking around like he
do
was
you
that.
like Seago effects or Guna PD, bitch? I'm smoking no pack. Pop me a Zanny and pop me a flat. Ride on the off block like the baby 40 black. G baby in the steam with the shotty and the stab balls. Now they know shit, shorty, you a fucking flat. Put OBN on them, then they coming for your ass. F-in, hit him up, put his tummy in his ass. Fast shorty, run up on him, put his white top back. Call up, sincere, yeah, do you for the cat die. Ever like part of nigga smoke, should've died. Disrespect, fight hand, you gon' get your ass fried. Word on the street, T-Chef niggas gon' tweet, give me let them llamas ride. 30 boys gon' blow, get your op gon' score. You ain't fucking with none of mine. Ride up, masked up, you low with a cup with the Nina. He'll leave your ass traumatized. Let the Mac eat his face, dead body, red tape on the one. It's gonna be a fucking homicide.
That's Dice? Wow. She the one that got... Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. That's definitely prime drill. That shit. What? That's definitely prime drill. You'll never get them days back. This nigga Billy the goofiest. I swear to God. Billy's a fucking clown. This nigga been a clown his whole time, G. Bro, and he's way older than Duck them, G. Like, this nigga Billy's a fucking goofy. G, he was a $120 brick boy. Straight clown. The rawest nigga they had, I forgot the name. I think his name Eastman. Red Dot. I don't know the nigga name. Him and then Chopper the Goon. They was decent. But this nigga was ass. And he's a snitch. And he's a goofy, bro. This nigga, he started hanging with STL. Goofies.
Street music scene is
Goofies.
just as combustible as Chicago's.
That nigga
Rappers
only
here
tough
are
in
not
Arizona.
shielded by fame or
The
fortune.
Goofies.
They live in the same crosshairs as any gang member on the block. Gary's rap
Straight
talents
goofy.
have largely flown under the radar.
That boy
The city's
straight
one
clown.
breakout star, Freddie Gibbs, spoke often of Gary's ruthless
Yeah, he
streets in
older
his
than
music,
Duck.
painting them as
That
a
boy
vice
my
lords
age,
and
boy.
gangster disciples' battleground, much like Chicago's South Side. Gibbs himself once admitted past
Freddie
affiliation
Gibbs is
with
a
the vice
bad
lords,
example.
but for the most part, Gary's new generation of drill artists remain unheard outside the region. They rap for local
baby mama
audiences
call him
and
Freddie
YouTube viewers,
Gibbs. I don't know
documenting
why.
the pain and carnage
Think it's
around
something
them
to do with,
without
like,
the world
mayonnaise
watching.
or something.
It is a
I don't know
scene
why
of
she
raw
call him that,
stories
but
and
she
often
calls him
tragic
that.
outcomes. Young men trying to rap their way out of blight, sometimes getting gunned down before they ever get a chance. Police suspect that at least one Gary rapper's murder in recent years was a direct result of his lyrics antagonizing rivals. In East Chicago, a neighboring city, a 25-year-old Gary rapper was gunned down after allegedly talking trash in his rhymes, according to investigators who believe his music provoked the fatal beef. The cycle of diss tracks and payback killings that Chicago's drill scene is infamous for has quietly taken root in Gary as well. Gary, Indiana Street War is a portrait of urban violence and obscurity. The city sits next to one of America's largest metros, yet its struggles rarely register in the national consciousness. Chicago's gang crises have been
Yella's
featured
around
in
my
endless
age,
news
but I think
reports,
Yella got-
documentaries,
Yella older
even
than
movie
me by like a year or
storylines.
two.
Meanwhile, Gary's equally deadly feuds carry on in the shadows. No trending hashtags, no viral documentaries. The victims are just as dead, the community's just as scarred by grief and fear as one lifelong resident lamented. Outsiders only see Gary as a decaying still town or a crime statistic, not a place where real people are caught in a nightmare. Yet the nightmare is very real. Children like Ori Dotson have been executed over trivial grudges. Block parties have turned into mass shooting scenes. In one 2022 incident, a holiday block party in Gary ended with 3 killed and 7 wounded in a drive-by attack. Neighborhoods like Green Park, downtown/Midtown, and the East Side grapple with daily gunfire and retaliatory strikes. Entire blocks lie abandoned, pockmarked with bullet holes and makeshift memorials resembling a war zone. Those who live there feel forgotten. We continue to lose Gary residents to needless violence. Young people gunned down before they even reach adulthood. The city's mayor lamented after the block party massacre, which claimed his own cousin's life. What makes Gary's situation especially poignant is the sight.
What, the mayor cousin got smoked? Hold on.
Even reach adulthood. The city's mayor lamented after the block party massacre, which claimed his own cousin's life.
The mayor
what makes
cousin
Gary's situation especially poignant is the
fuck
silence.
The mayor got going on?
There is no massive protest movement or media crusade focused on saving Gary.
Gary get out.
Its troubles are often lumped into Chicago's or ignored entirely. The city bleeds alone. Gary's quiet street war goes on with only local police.
My cousin them used to be in the not foster home, G, but they, you know what I'm saying, but they grandma and them had to take them, G. You know what I'm saying? Because it was fucked up. You know how that shit be in your house, you know what I'm saying? Your mama, you know, my auntie had a sickness, you know what I'm saying? And they put them out there. So I used to go out there with my cousin them. You know what I'm saying? When we was shorty. So they had GDs, Vice Lords, Land Kings out there. And we thought, in Indiana, I don't know why I thought Indiana was nice. Indiana was not nice. It was nothing nice about Gary, Indiana. Them bitches were game banging harder than us. Latin Kings throwing bricks at my little cousin, them chasing them home. I had to go out there and try to see what's going on. I'm out of town. I'm thinking it's some Chicago shit. You know what I'm saying? I was out there fighting with my cousin, them, but ain't nothing I could do. I'm from the rack.
Grassroots activists and bereaved families paying attention. One of Gary's most infamous gang feuds erupted on the city's east side between a crew known as the 22nd Avenue Boys, a local clique affiliated with the Vice Lords, and a rival gang from the nearby Marshalltown neighborhood. This beef started over drug turf and quickly turned into open warfare. In the late 1990s, Tajwan Tai Allen ran a thriving crack cocaine operation on 22nd Avenue, and he let his guys sell dope on that turf, even those who didn't live in the neighborhood, as long as they were loyal to him. When competition over territory heated up, Allen's enforcers decided to send a message in blood. It kicked off with a drive-by shooting that left a rival dealer named Omar King dead.
What year was this?
According to court testimony,
nigga ain't named King David now.
Didn't live in the neighborhood as long as they were loyal to him. When competition over territory heated up, Allen's enforcers decided to send a message in blood. It kicked off with a drive-by shooting that left a rival dealer named Omar King dead.
Omar King.
According to court testimony, Allen's close associates, Jamel, Lil Mike Rusan, and William Curtis went on a mission into Marshalltown and gunned King down simply because he was slipping caught on court on his own block. Killing a Marshalltown gang member on his home turf was like lighting a fuse. Retaliation came fast. Not long after King's murder, a carload of Marshalltown shooters riddled a 22nd Ave member's family home with bullets in revenge. Miraculously, no one in the house was killed by the spray of gunfire, but the message was clear. The cycle of vengeance had begun. Rusan warned his crew that after the Omar King hit, beef on for life with Marshalltown. In other words, a permanent war was now in effect. The 22nd Avenue Boys vs. Marshalltown feud only escalated from there, with both sides stalking each other through Gary's streets. And the violence wasn't limited to rival enemies, it also turned inward. In 1999, Ty Allen's crew murdered one of their own men over a mere suspicion of disloyalty. A dealer named Don Terrell Hamilton was suspected of stealing.
Hey, folks, I got a, you know what I'm saying? I got me a crack 5-point style in my throat, you know what I'm saying?
Drug turned inward. In 1999, Ty Allen's crew murdered one of their own men over a mere suspicion of disloyalty.
Back down
A dealer named Donterell Hamilton was suspected of stealing drugs from William Curtis during a sale. Rather than let it slide, Allen decided to make an example of Hamilton. Allen invited Hamilton on a ride to Gary's Delaney projects under false pretenses, essentially leading him to a remote spot for an execution. There, Allen coldly told the young man it was his death day, and Rawson proceeded to shoot Hamilton 10 times at point-blank range, killing him on the spot. The crew then hit the gun and even drove Curtis out to see Hamilton's dead body to prove the deed was done. It was an unusually brutal betrayal, murdering a friend from the same set, all to enforce discipline and fear within the gang. The aftermath of this turf war was a trail of bodies and a major federal case. Rawson and Curtis were eventually arrested and convicted on racketeering, drug conspiracy, and murder charges for their roles in Ty Allen's operation. Both men received multiple life sentences in federal prison. At trial, former allies testified how the 22nd Avenue Boys had run a floating crack house operation backed by armed enforcers, leaving wounded and murdered friends and enemies their wake across Gary. The 22nd vs. Marshalltown feud showed how even a small Gary neighborhood beef could explode into lifelong vendettas, with gang members' mothers' homes shot up in drive-bys and trusted insiders turned into cold-blooded killers overnight. It remains one of Gary's wildest gangland tales of betrayal and revenge. Shoot on sight, the Imperial Gangsters' reign of terror. While some Gary gangs warred over neighborhood turf, an extremely violent crew of the Imperial Gangsters was busy turning the whole Northwest Indiana region into a shooting gallery.
That's a white boy.
The Imperial Gangsters, originally a Chicago Puerto Rican gang, had a powerful clique based in neighboring East Chicago, and they extended their influence into Hammond and Gary as well. By the 2000s, this gang had established hardcore rules for its members.
Look, hey boy, them niggas doing that way before Dallas, boy. They been rocking them shags, boy. I better get off our dick. Faggot ass Dallas niggas, boy.
They were ordered to shoot on sight any rival gang member who entered their territory, and to kill anyone selling drugs on their turf without permission. This wasn't just talk, they lived by these rules in blood. Over roughly a decade, the Imperial Gangsters were accused of committing at least 13 homicides across East Chicago, Hammond, and Gary, along with 19 attempted murders, all as part of a ruthless bid to control the drug trade. In 2015, a sweeping federal indictment finally brought this murder spree to light, charging 24 members of the gang under the RICO law. One Imperial gangster in particular, Juan Tito Briseño, became infamous for his brutality. Briseño was a young leader who personally pulled the trigger in 5 murders during the late 2000s. His murderous resume reads like something out of a horror story. In 2007, Briseño walked up to a rival's apartment door in Hammond and then shot the man dead point blank as soon as he answered. The victim, Luis Ortiz, was targeted solely because he was a member of the Latin Kings, the Imperial Gangsters' sworn enemies. But Briseño was just getting started. On June 3rd, 2008, he and his accomplices ambushed 2 men coming home with takeout food for their pregnant girlfriends, simply because one of them was a Latin King living in IG territory. Briseño opened fire and killed Miguel Mejias, the rival, and Michael Sessom, Mejia's friend, even though they were unarmed and literally carrying dinner. The scene was absolute chaos. Multiple bullets went flying into the house, hitting a woman in the arm while she was holding her infant child during the barrage. Mejias had reportedly tried to broker peace beforehand. He sent word that he was no longer gangbanging and didn't want trouble, but Briseño coldly replied, "Fit him, he was going to bring kings into our neighborhood," and proceeded with the hit. This level of zero remorse violence shocked even veteran investigators. Briseño's killing spree continued into 2010. In February of that year, he got into a Wild West style shootout with a rival 2-6 gang member, Miguel Colon, outside a party. Both men exchanged gunfire in a residential area until Colon fell dead, stray bullets endangering bystanders nearby. And just a few months later, Briseño executed perhaps his coldest killing on June 19, 2010. He spotted an...
Now check this out. No disrespect to Gary, Indiana, for sure. No disrespect to Gary, East Chicago. No disrespect to Aurora and all them places, bro, because they still gangbanging shit. But, bro, what the fuck is this? This has nothing to do with Chicago. You been talking about He been talking about Gary, Indiana murders. He been talking about Gary, Indiana this, Gary and the gangs, Gary, Indiana's beef from the 80s. Like, everything you talking about has nothing to do with Iraq. Bro, if he was comparing them, where's Chicago? Bro, like, it's definitely clickbait. Like, now, could we be educated on Gary? Yes. Could we know more about what's going on in Gary? For sure. For sure. I have no problem with finding out more about Gary. Bro, I would have still watched the video if it didn't have Chicago in the title. Gary, Indiana, is gangs worse than Chicago? I would have still watched it. Don't say Chicago versus Gary, Indiana gangs. Because all the gangs in Indiana is Chicago gangs. They all Chicago gangs. So, yeah, he got us, though.
Unauthorized drug dealer LaTroy Howard operating in an IG-controlled neighborhood. Surveillance footage later showed Brazillo circling the block in his car, then sneaking up on foot. He walked right up behind the unarmed Howard and shot him twice in the head at point-blank range, leaving him dead on the sidewalk. All this carnage was carried out to enforce the gang's fearsome reputation. Brazillo even bragged about his killings to younger gang shorties, encouraging them to earn their stripes through violence. By the time the law caught up, the Imperial Gangsters had left Northwest Indiana residents terrorized, afraid that any wrong color or misstep could make them the next target. When federal agents finally took down Brazillo and his crew, the full scope of the gang's terror campaign was revealed. Brazillo was convicted of 5 murders in aid of racketeering and attempted murder and conspiracy charges, earning him a life sentence. At trial, witnesses described how the Imperial Gangsters enforced a shoot-on-sight code, turning neighborhoods into war zones. Brazillo's lack of remorse was chilling. Prosecutors noted he showed no regrets, only pride in the murders he committed. The indictment tied the gang to 13 homicides in the region, making it one of the bloodiest gang enterprises in Gary's history. For a time, the Imperial Gangsters virtually held parts of Gary hostage under their violent rule. Their downfall brought some relief to the community, but the gruesome stories of Brazillo's attacks, like the slaughter of a rival delivering food to his pregnant girlfriend, remain some of the craziest gangland tales ever documented in the area. The Latin Kings, a gang with Chicago origins, also carved out a fearsome reputation in Gary and surrounding cities, unleashing a wave of violence that led to one of the largest indictments in the region's history. In 2017, federal prosecutors charged 43 members of the Latin Kings under RICO statutes, exposing a 14-year conspiracy 203017 that involved everything from drug trafficking to gun attacks, sex trafficking, and murder. The indictment painted a picture of a vicious enterprise extending from Chicago into Hammond, East Chicago, and Gary. The Latin Kings had embedded themselves in Northwest Indiana, and they enforced their power with brutal efficiency, targeting rivals and sometimes even innocent bystanders in their quest for dominance. Among the Latin Kings' crimes were some truly shocking murders. Perhaps most tragic was the killing of a 15-year-old boy named Victor Luzinski. On April 12, 2009, young Victor was just riding his bicycle near an elementary school in Hammond when a Latin King member rolled up and shot him in the head with a .22 caliber pistol. The shooter, 28-year-old Derek Deuce Balodole, later admitted he murdered the teen simply because he thought the boy was a rival gang member. It was a senseless, cold-blooded execution of a child, illustrating how even minors weren't off limits in these gang wars, and that wasn't the only innocent life cut short. On December 10, 2013, a 22-year-old Gary man named Rolando Correa became another casualty of Latin King violence in the most unexpected way. Correa noticed his next-door neighbors were being terrorized in a home invasion robbery, and he bravely ran over to help. Little did he know, the robbers were Latin King members carrying out a targeted hit, and one of them, 44-year-old Robert Cowboy Neal, was listening to a police scanner outside to coordinate the crime. As Correa intervened, the gang members shot him dead. He died trying to be a good Samaritan, killed as a direct result of a Latin King plot.
Why are you messing
These
with
two
these
killings,
people?
a teenage boy on a bike and a young man aiding his neighbors, showed the complete disregard for human life that the gang had. in
Hey,
its
yo, I don't
quest
know
to
who
intimidate
Jenny
the
is,
community.
but I've
The
been
Latin
seeing him say
Kings
some
also
crazy
engaged
shit
in
to her.
classic gang against gang brutality in Gary's orbit. In one case of mistaken identity, they ended up killing the wrong person. On October 28, 2014, Latin King members in Hammond were hunting for a rival and thought they
I told
spotted
y'all
him,
them Kings in
Martin
Indiana, boy, they was
Hurtado
on my
Jr.
cousin, them ass, boy.
A hitman named Anton James opened fire on the target and killed him. Except it wasn't the right man. The victim
right
was
here.
Martin Hurtado
He
Sr.
can't even shoot straight. Look at this nigga eyes. Oh my god.
It wasn't the right man. The victim was
Of course he can't shoot straight. Look at his eyes. G. One of his eyes is down here, the other one up here, the eyebrow up there, the other one down there. Nigga, did he have a stroke or something? One side of his face up. Nigga, his head even uneven. Not his line, his head, gang. Some part of his head is up, the other part down. His eye up, the other down. Of course he can't shoot straight. Who the fuck gave this nigga a gun, gang? This nigga right here? Man, oh my God. Bro, you get that nigga a gun, bro, I'm dropping on the ground. Like, what?
Martin Hurtado Sr., the 52-year-old father of the intended target, who happened to resemble his son. An innocent father was slain purely because the gang believed he was someone else. It doesn't get much more tragic or outrageous than that. Another incident showed the Kings' audacity in enforcing their will. In August 2014, members of the Latin Kings decided to punish a local business for serving their enemies. They got word that Estrella's bar in Hammond
Hold the fuck on. What?
will. In August 2014, members of the Latin Kings decided to punish a local business for serving their enemies.
Okay. So what you telling me is the Latin Kings got mad because a bar is serving folks? It's a bar. It's a bar. No, the GDs can't drink in here. This is for Latin Kings beer. Boy, if you don't get your Modelo drinking ass out of here, mariachi listening ass, some borrow wearing ass, boy. Viva mi Mexico, Spanish ass stuff. What the fuck? You're not doing that, gang. Are you fucking serious? Nigga, what? What? The folks can't drink? This bar is the Latin Kings bar. You can't drink here, senor. You cannot drink here. Quiero Taco Bell. Fuck out of here. Y'all better eat some dicks, nigga. What the fuck is y'all on? They punish the owner for serving rivals. Boy, I'll serve whoever I want on this bitch, boy. Whoever got the money, I'm serving them. What you mean you can't serve them? Man, I'm finna go piss, gang. These niggas sick. Hold on, I'm finna go piss, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. I promise y'all I'll be right back.
They got word that Estrella's bar in Hammond was allowing rival gang members to patronize the establishment. In retaliation, a Latin King crew drove to the bar late one night and sprayed it with bullets. They struck and killed a 34-year-old patron named Raudel Contreras, who was inside the bar just having a drink. Contreras had no gang affiliation. He died because the gang wanted to send a message to the bar owner. This kind of extreme militancy, shooting up a public bar over gang grudges, underscores how brazen the Latin Kings' reign had become in the Gary area. Law enforcement's crackdown on the Latin Kings brought many of these facts to light. By 2018, dozens of Latin King members, from street soldiers to shot callers, were convicted for their roles in the conspiracy. The charges detailed that the gang's activities included murder, attempted murder, assault, kidnapping, and even sex trafficking of underage girls. Federal investigators revealed that from 2000.
I'm so lost, gang. Bro, so you telling me y'all mad cause they serving your rivals? So you drive past the bar and spray the bar up and kill innocent people that's not even in the gang because the owner served beer to disciples? Okay. Let me step back a little bit. Even if, okay, trying to kill the owner is far-fetched. But if that was the case, kill the owner. You killed people that had nothing to do with the nigga getting, what the That makes no sense to me. Absolutely none.
By 2018, dozens of Latin King members, from street soldiers to shot callers, were convicted for their roles in the conspiracy. The charges detailed that the gang's activities included murder, attempted murder, assault, kidnapping, and even sex trafficking of underage girls. Federal investigators revealed that from 2003 to 2017, the Latin Kings had essentially operated as a shadow government of crime in Northwest Indiana, with a structured hierarchy funneling drugs, cocaine, marijuana, pills into the region and enforcing control through fear. They carried out retaliatory arson such as torching houses in Gary's Glen Park area during internecine disputes and ordered hits on anyone who crossed them. One of the Latin Kings' own, former regional leaders, Joe.
Bro, my mama's a W, bro. She's texting me and she's in another room. Like, I'd rather have that than my mom just walking in my room. Fuck with my mama for that, because I literally just told Junior.
Joseph Little Humble, Uvalde was even charged with prostituting young women to raise funds for the gang. The breadth of their criminal activity is stunning. U.S. attorneys noted that this was part of a multi-year effort to dismantle violent gangs in Northwest Indiana, following earlier RICO cases against the Imperial Gangsters and others. The Latin King saga in Gary stands out not only for the body count and brutality of their beefs, but also for how deeply they infiltrated the community, from corrupting teenagers to frightening local businesses.
The New York Latin Kings.
It took a massive joint task force involving the FBI, ATF, local police, and others to finally bring the hammer down on them. Even as many Latin Kings now sit behind bars, the stories of a 15-year-old boy shot off his bike or a bar sprayed with bullets over gained honor continue to loom large in Gary's lore of gangland insanity.
2-6 Nation. Oh,
not to be outdone, another gang with Chicago roots, the 2-6 Nation, also left its mark on Gary with a crime rampage that lasted over 2 decades. By 2014, authorities had seen enough and unveiled a federal indictment charging 8 members and associates of the 2-6 gang in a sweeping racketeering conspiracy. This case was described as the third major use of the RICO statute against violent street gangs in Northwest Indiana, following the Latin Kings and Imperial Gangsters crackdowns. And for good reason. The 2-6 indictment alleged criminal activity spanning from 1992 all the way to 2014. In that time, prosecutors say the gang's members were responsible for drug trafficking, marijuana, cocaine, crack, heroin, ecstasy, and multiple murders and shootings in the region. The 2-6 might not have been as large as the Latin Kings, but they proved just as deadly in defending their turf. Specific murders attributed to the 2-6 crew include the July 13, 1999 slaying of Jose Pena Jr. in White, Indiana, and the May 16, 2003 murder of Julio Cartagena in East Chicago. And the Cartagena hit at least one 2-6 member.
Let me understand this. This man can't pronounce basic English. This nigga has the hardest times pronouncing Paulina, Ashland, Parnell Street. He cannot pronounce these names. But you can say Waka Waka, Hernandez, Gutierrez, Musistimo. How can you do all these Spanish? Bro, how the fuck can you speak Spanish names but you can't speak English? When I tell you this nigga can barely speak English, but he can speak Spanish? This nigga... Hold on, let me close my door though. But this right here, G, just blow me, bro. Like, what? I don't get that, bro. I don't get it. Bro, I don't get that, bro. I promise you. I never understood it. Bro, he can barely speak English, but he can pronounce Spanish words?
But Keontae King Pennington has already pleaded guilty to murder in aid of racketeering, admitting his role. These killings were part of the gang's long-running feud with rival organizations for control of drug corners. The federal indictment named top-ranking 2-6 members like Adron Tansel of East Chicago and Jesus Chuchu Fuentes of Gary as orchestrators of violence. It even cast a light on an unusual character in the gang's ranks, 61-year-old Esther Mama D. Carrera, a Gary resident who was charged as an associate involved in a narcotics conspiracy.
That nigga from
Seeing
Baltimore,
a woman
you know
in
this
her
nigga from?
60s allegedly helping run a drug operation was a surprise. Mama D effectively acted as a gang matriarch, proof that the 2-6 involved multiple generations in crime. This gang's activities were not confined to any one city. They operated fluidly across East Chicago, Gary, Hammond, and even into neighboring Illinois and Pennsylvania in their quest for profit. When the 2-6 indictment dropped, officials made clear it was about delivering a final blow. We will not hesitate to utilize the power of RICO to remove these individuals from the streets, vowed the U.S. Attorney for Northern Indiana. The charges included not just the murders, but also a litany of armed robberies, drug deals, and weapons offenses. For Gary residents, it was a relief to see another violent crew being torn up by the roots. Over 20 plus years, the 2-6 gang had quietly built a foothold, contributing to the flow of drugs and the cycle of retaliatory shootings that plagued the area. Their takedown in 2014, coming on the heels of similar indictments against the Imperial Gangsters 2013 and Latin Kings 2017, signaled a concerted effort by law enforcement to dismantle gang networks that had long seemed untouchable. It also showed just how far back Gary's gang culture goes. The fact that the 2-6 indictment reached crimes from the early 1990s is a reminder that the seeds of today's violence were planted decades ago. And with characters like Mama D involved, it's clear that gang life in Gary can ensnare people of all ages, from teenagers on the block to elders who've been in the life for years. The 2-6 saga might not be as famous as some others, but it stands as one of the craziest long-term gang conspiracies uncovered in the city, mixing old-school gangland tactics with a family-like structure that spanned a generation.
That's not a gangster picture. That nigga.
Late at night, a car cruises out of Gary, Indiana, heading northwest towards Chicago. The trunk is loaded with firearms freshly bought at an Indiana gun show earlier that day. Under the flickering neon of a Gary strip mall, a young man had paid cash for 4 Glock pistols and an AR-15 style rifle, claiming they were for himself. Moments later, in the parking lot, he handed those guns off to his partners, a textbook straw purchase unfolding in real time. The buyers didn't even make it out of Lake County before police, who'd been watching the gun show, pulled them over and seized the weapons. It was one small victory in a much larger battle against the iron pipeline of guns flowing from Indiana into the streets of Chicago, Gary, Indiana, and Chicago, Illinois are separated by only 30 miles, and a state line that marks a world of difference in gun laws. Chicago, plagued by gun violence for decades, has strict firearm regulations and until recently had no gun stores within city limits. Just across the border in Indiana, however, gun laws are far looser. This disparity has turned Northwest Indiana into an attractive weapons source for Chicago's criminals. As one official bluntly put it, you can go over the border to Indiana and get military-grade weapons if you have the money. The result is a tale of two cities bound by a lethal trade, Chicago's demand for guns and Gary's role as a supply hub.
Judy, the city of Chicago tonight trying to plug what investigators believe is one big part of an illicit gun pipeline between Indiana and Illinois. According to the lawsuit, Westforth Sports in Gary, Indiana is the #1 supplier of guns used in Chicago crimes during a 7-year period.
Maybe I'm wrong.
And the lawsuit cites a 2019 IT report focusing on so-called straw purchases that result in missing guns. This Facebook post by Westforth Sports features all the gun types they sell and an employee describing the federal form buyers are required to fill out.
There really isn't much more to say about it. Once you're approved, you take the weapon with you.
But tonight, it is this paperwork that accuses family-owned Westforth of breaking U.S. laws by selling hundreds of guns to straw purchasers, guns the city claims in the lawsuit will funnel to felons and Chicago gang members.
How would they know?
We're surrounded by states and other cities that have a much more lax gun control environment where you can literally go over the border to Indiana for
remember that meme?
And get military grade weapons at any quantity if you got the amount of money to spend.
As I-Team reporting has uncovered in recent years, the state border is a sieve and does little to pinch off an illegal gun pipeline between Indiana and Illinois. Our 2018 investigation linked illegal suburban Chicago gun sales to a supply line into cartel strongholds in Mexico. In 2019, we obtained data showing that of the 10,500 guns recovered in Illinois, half came from other states, and more than 1,500 were from Indiana.
On Chicago's south side, police frequently recover guns at crime scenes that trace straight back to Indiana. In one case, officers responding to a shooting found a teenager armed with a .40 caliber pistol purchased in Gary just weeks before. In another, a 9mm handgun bought at an Indiana shop turned up in the hands of a teen burglar on Chicago's south side. These are not isolated incidents. They reveal a pattern that begins in Indiana's gun markets and ends in bloodshed on Chicago streets. Nearly 60% of guns recovered in Chicago come from out-of-state dealers, and more than 20% can be traced back to Indiana alone. In fact, a recent Chicago police gun trace study found that from 2013 to 2016, 21% of guns recovered in Chicago crimes were first purchased in Indiana. This pipeline of firearms, handguns, high-capacity pistols, even rifles, flows steadily across the border, exploiting every crack in Indiana's regulations. At the root of this cross-center gun traffic are the stark differences in gun laws between Illinois and Indiana. Indiana does not require background checks for private firearm sales or purchases at gun shows, unlike Illinois, which mandates checks and permits for almost all gun transactions. This loophole, often dubbed the gun show loophole, means a person can walk into a weekend gun show in Indiana and buy from a private seller with no questions asked, no paperwork, no background check. Straw purchasers, people who can pass a background check and buy guns to resell to criminals, take full advantage of this. They know that Indiana's weaker laws make it easy to stock up on weapons that would be much harder to obtain next door in Chicago. Chicago's leaders have long complained that their strict local gun measures are undercut by Indiana's lax approach. We are surrounded by states and cities that have a much more lax gun control environment, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot said. You can go over the border to Indiana and get military-grade weapons if you have the money. Indiana's relatively open market allows for cash purchases of multiple guns at once, often with minimal scrutiny. Federal law still requires licensed dealers to run background checks even in Indiana, but as one Indiana gun store owner put it, a customer can buy.
Hey yo, shout out to my dog K-Pex. I got you, K-Pex. We're gonna watch this. We're gonna wrap. This is gonna be done.
Many as they want. It's not our job to tell them no. Private sales between individuals, which are common at gun shows or via online listings, don't even require that much. Traffickers exploit this by arranging face-to-face.
Don't sell this Chinese nigga nothing. this nigga right here, I ain't gonna even say what he gonna do, but yeah, I get the idea.
Face sales that leave no
Don't
paper
sell him
trail.
a gun.
Even at licensed dealerships,
He's gonna
warning
do
signs
all the
often go
wrong shit with
unheeded.
that
Take
motherfucker.
Westforth Sports in Gary, a small family-owned gun shop that became one of the top suppliers of Chicago's crime guns. Chicago's 2017 gun trace report identified Westforth as the #3 source of guns recovered in Chicago crimes over a 7-year span, with over 850 guns traced back to that single Indiana store. Chicago authorities accused Westforth Sports of routinely selling to straw buyers who would come in frequently, pay cash for multiple guns, and immediately hand them off to others. In one eye-popping example, a 24-year-old Indiana man named Daryl Ivory Jones bought 19 firearms from Westforth in just 6 months, spending over $10,000 in cash. He later admitted those guns weren't for him. After each purchase, he drove about 12 miles west, crossing into Chicago, and resold the guns on the street for profit. Despite such red flags, repeat purchases, cash payments, Westforth staff kept welcoming Ivy's business. Chicago's lawsuit against the shop noted that Westforth had sold at least 180 guns to around 40 buyers who were later charged with federal crimes. In other words, dozens of known traffickers repeatedly shopped there. As Chicago attorneys alleged, these eye-popping numbers were no accident, but the predictable outcome of a store that maximizes sales and profits by facilitating straw purchases. Westworth's owner, for his part, claimed he followed the letter of the law and that maybe the guy just likes guns, even as his parking lot filled with cars sporting Illinois plates. The commerce isn't limited to gun stores. Indiana's gun shows and classifieds are an even murkier gray market. On a spring day in 2025, undercover detectives in Lake County, Indiana, observed the 21-year-old Kershawn Brown purchasing 5 firearms at a local gun show, 4 Glock handguns, and an AR-15 style rifle. Brown used a false Indiana address and lied on federal forms claiming the guns were for himself. As soon as the sale was done, officers watched Brown meet with 2 accomplices and hand over the guns in the parking lot. The trio had planned to drive those weapons out of Indiana, likely headed toward Chicago, but police intercepted them minutes later. All 3 were arrested and hit with felony charges for the straw purchases. This incident at a county fairgrounds gun show highlights how traffickers exploit Indiana's events where...
Gee, check this out. If I buy a weapon from a private owner, I can do that. Arms list is made for that. Why am I going to jail? I know that case got threw right out. It don't matter. The gun was for me. The gun was for him. Then he sold it. He told the police that it wasn't for me. Nigga, you got yourself in jail, dumb fuck. Once you buy a weapon, it's yours. You're free to sell the firearm after you buy it. Why would you tell them that? You sent yourself to the joint, dummy.
Private sellers and permissive rules make it easy to stockpile guns. Some buyers will hit multiple sellers or shows in a short time, knowing they can ferry the arsenal to Chicago and sell each weapon for a hefty markup on the illicit market. The economic incentive is strong. A gun that sells for $300 in Indiana might fetch 2 or 3 times that amount in Chicago's underground market.
Bro,
a federal assessment noted that traffickers routinely recruit Indiana residents or even obtain fake Indiana IDs to purchase guns in bulk, then drive them into Chicago and other cities to sell at a premium. In effect, the lax laws in Indiana act as a wholesaler's paradise for gang members and gun runners. Buy low in Gary, sell high in Chicago. It's a deadly arbitrage, and the ones paying the price are the citizens on the receiving end of those guns.
New tonight at 6, there's been a major gun runner takedown by federal and city law enforcement.
Our NBC5 investigative team takes us inside this operation by the ATF and Chicago police. Those agencies teaming up to arrest dozens of suspected gun traffickers and seize hundreds of guns and kits used to make those automatic weapons.
You can shoot 30 rounds out of a magazine in less than 2 seconds by using these, and that's become a big issue just in general with law enforcement, especially Machine guns have been used in mass shootings. They've been used in robberies.
An arsenal of lethal firepower tonight off the streets of Chicago and the suburbs. These photos obtained by NBC5 Investigates reveal a stunning array of long guns and handguns, some converted to fire as fully automatic machine pistols. At least 171 firearms off the streets in what local and federal authorities tonight call a 2-month enhanced enforcement initiative.
Somebody ATF agents across the country that have experience in these types of investigations. We brought in undercover agents that have traveled the country, working proactive investigations just like this. But we also
ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
Partnerships, especially with the Chicago Police Department.
The gun pipeline is intimately connected with the gangs that dominate Chicago's violent crime scene. Major Chicago oil gangs have long since extended their operations into Northwest Indiana, bringing their feuds, drug trade, and demand for weapons with them. Gary, Hammond, and East Chicago, the Indiana city of that name, might as well be outposts of Chicago's south and west sides. The same gangs that formed on Chicago streets, the Gangster Disciples, Black Disciples, Vice Lords, Latin Kings, and others, operate in these Indiana communities. Law enforcement intelligence reports have noted that after Chicago began tearing down notorious public housing projects in the 2000s, many displaced gang members moved into nearby Indiana cities, contributing to a surge of gang activity there. Gary, already struggling after the collapse of his steel industry, became a new frontier for these groups. By the late 2000s, Gary had one of the highest per capita homicide rates in the nation, driven largely by gang violence and the drug economy. On the streets of Gary, the gang hierarchies and alliances mirror Chicago's. The Folk Nation versus People Nation rivalry, folks include Gangster Disciples, for example, while people include Vice Lords and Latin Kings, that colors Chicago's gang wars also exists in Gary and Hammond. It's almost the same as Chicago, one Gary native commented on Reddit, noting that older generations in Gary were heavy into GDs and Vice Lords. Another user observed that it makes sense. Gary is only a 30-minute drive from Chicago, and most of the 5 and 6 nations went there and took over.
This nigga is the worst nigga Baltimore ever produced. R.I.P. Edgar Allan Poe, by the way. This nigga is the worst nigga. Bro, his videos are, I hate him, bro. He don't know shit he talk about. Bro, my man's, he is a goofy gang. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I can't even sugarcoat it. Shout out to my nigga K-Pack, stretch niggas out late texting, man. Gang, gang, gang! My nigga K-Pack said the reaction. Now is top viral report. Bunny ears. What the fuck is that? Is some Vice Lord shit? No, this is not. This is some Baltimore shit. Okay.
East Baltimore.
Alright, hold on. Let me bro. Let me turn this air off. Cause I'm cold, gang. I'm hot and I'm cold. I feel like Katy Perry in this bitch, gang. Alright, bro. I was really freezing.
Was the origin of a crew known colloquially as Bunny Ears, a young, ruthless street crew operating in the underbelly of the city. They emerged from tight-knit pockets around Blaine's Lane and Minnesota Avenue, areas long afflicted by systemic poverty and turf violence.
But this speaks to a larger issue that young people would, number one, have ease of access to these firearms and would use them indiscriminately, shooting people within 50 feet of 25 to 30 police officers who are in the block. Either they don't care about consequences or don't believe the consequences, and they have no respect for human life or the sanctity of life or authority.
This cop is not good at his
job. To pull off that brazen cowardly act right there in the presence of police officers.
How is it cowardly if niggas spraying with the police there? That's gangster.
Niggas know what the going on, yo. North, south, new side, niggas. All the way out to the jet, man.
Green Tank, Bunny is free the gang.
I ain't gonna show that. What you heard?
No
That name not too gangster.
It's forever like that, man.
I don't gotta show that shit
here. Stupid. Send some shots out of Alpha, a rat beef. Ron gun up the person in the backseat. Send they block trying out to attack me. Stupid.
Before we get started on this video, make sure you go check out my website that's in the description, where I post viral videos daily. And plus, make sure you like the video and share it with someone to spread the violence awareness. The crew is believed to be associated with the larger local Mossy gang. Online videos titled Mossy Gang X Bunny Ears Vlog show masked young men flashing a distinctive hand gesture, 2 fingers resembling bunny ears, signaling their affiliation. Social media clips, including TikTok interviews, feature them chanting Mossy Gang bunny ears and making direct territorial claims.
Like this,
these are not casual posts, but online assertions of power and identity within their neighborhood. Members are shockingly young, often in their teens, with several implicated in shootings and homicides. Prosecutors allege their involvement in multiple East Baltimore murders and shooting incidents, including fatal teen-on-teen violence and carjackings, traced back to this crew. Affectionately ruthless, they operate under brutal internal codes familiar to Baltimore's gang landscape. They are entrenched in a political struggle over street corners and drug markets, competing with rival sets for dominance and retribution. This crew represents a new wave in Baltimore's gang politics, a hyper-local, youthful crew, self-branded online, and quick to resort to violence to enforce territorial control. Their actions reflect a growing trend among East Baltimore street gangs, small, insular, yet capable of extreme violence.
Everywhere you go at, it's broke-ass niggas, and it's niggas that get money, though. But I feel like certain niggas over East change that stereotype. You feel me? I ain't no hating ass nigga for real. So you got niggas like bunny ears niggas. They look good. They be cutting.
They look good
from over East.
Daddy.
You know what I'm saying? That's about it.
The bunny ears niggas, they look good. You choosing.
Money Jake is a Baltimore rapper known for flaunting wealth, heavy chains, and a lavish lifestyle in his music and social media posts. Born and raised in West Baltimore, he's become a viral figure in the city's underground hip-hop scene. He frequently appears in music videos such as Industry Ready, 1500 Facts, and My Only Response, showcasing expensive jewelry, luxury cars, and entourages, symbols of success and street credibility. Money Jake often brags in videos about his income and lavish lifestyle. In interviews and freestyles, he emphasizes having all the money and adds credibility by displaying chains, money stacks, and designer clothes. Claims have circulated that he was robbed of a valuable chain in a confrontation tied to a rival gang known as the Bunnies or Bunny Ears, stirring buzz online and sparking speculation about gang affiliations or conflicts. While Money Jake hasn't publicly confirmed formal gang membership, his connections and conflicts suggest he moves within Baltimore street and gang-influenced circles. Some videos hint at ties to broader regional groups or disputes, but nothing labels him as a core gang member. Musically, he's collaborated with local and regional artists like ESTG and BC Tay, reflecting his growing influence in Baltimore's rap community. Overall, Money Jake blends bold self-promotion with street narratives, a rapper whose flair for wealth signaling is infused with the tension of Baltimore's gangling drama. About 5 months ago, Money Jake was at a Baltimore recording studio when he was violently robbed. Members of the Bunny Ears crew allegedly rushed in, seized his jewelry, including a heavy chain he'd been flaunting, along with cash, weed, and other valuables. Eyewitness footage and viral clips quickly emerged online. One YouTube short was titled "Baltimore rapper Money Jake Get His Chain Snatched by Bunny Ears," while social platforms buzzed about Money Jake chain took by bunnies, and Money Jake still hasn't spoken out about Bunny Ears taking his chain.
He got his chain on. They got all his jewelry on.
Oh my God.
They got all his items.
Everything. Everything.
This ain't even all my jewelry.
Everything.
On Reddit's r/BodyMore410, users discussed the incident. One commenter wrote, "Them dumb, why do niggas instantly post putting insurance on themselves?" Others speculated on gang politics behind it. Baltimore rappers. Can't play both sides and expect no kickback. These online discussions frame the event not just as a robbery but as an inter-gang statement. Bunny Ears sending a message and Money Jake's public profile making him a target. While Money Jake has not released a formal statement about the incident, he responded indirectly in music. In a track released soon after, he dropped a diss song claiming ownership of significant street credibility in addressing the chain theft clearly influenced by the incident. To date, there's no public record of the stolen items being recovered or arrests made. The robbery remains one of several flashpoints highlighting the volatile relationship between Baltimore's rising local rappers and crews like Bunny Ears. On July 24th through the 25th, 2024, 3 Baltimore men, Jerome Waters, 23, Calvin Israel, 23, and William Barnett, 27, all connected to the Bunny Ears gang, traveled from Maryland to Queens, New York. The trio posed as marijuana buyers at a stash house in Bayside to rob their dealers at gunpoint and kidnap them. Also, William Barnett is a known Baltimore rapper known as Zone 18 Will. Once inside, Waters and Barnett brandished firearms, forced the dealers into zip ties, and brought in 2 accomplices. The group herded their captives into a Jeep and a U-Haul van, stealing approximately 30 pounds of marijuana during the operation. Within the confines of the U-Haul, Julian Mejias, a 23-year-old dealer, was shot multiple times in the head by Marcus Pittman, Nacho, or Cheese. First responders found Mejias' lifeless body on 208th Street near 32nd Drive in Bayside, still bound by zip ties and surrounded by bags of weed. The robbery and kidnapping scheme concluded with the suspects fleeing back to Baltimore. In the surveillance video dated July 24, the defendants were seen at a New York gas station en route to the stash house. On October 24, 2024, Waters and Israel were arrested in Baltimore and indicted in Brooklyn's Eastern District. Barnett remains at large. A second superseding indictment, unsealed May 20, 2025, added Jalon Lenny Garrett, 20, Marcus Pittman, 30, and Delonta Pittman, 31, to the charges. The 6-count indictment accuses the crew of conspiracy to commit armed robbery, kidnapping, interstate drug trafficking, and the murder of Mejias. Federal prosecutors say Garrett held a second deal at gunpoint while Marcus Pittman executed Mejias in the back of the U-Haul. Israel is accused of renting the van used in the operation. If convicted, Waters, the Pittmans, and Israel each face life imprisonment while Garrett faces 10 years to life. This brutal interstate crime reflects a disturbing evolution among Baltimore-based robbery crews, moving beyond localized turf violence and leveraging brutal cross-state operations. It underscores how groups once limited to street-level territory disputes are becoming increasingly mobile and dangerous. 2 young men were shot and killed on the night of June 26, 2022 in a triple shooting outside the Parkside Shopping Center in Northeast Baltimore. The victims were Devontae Lamont Powell, age 21, and Demetrius Savante Johnson, age 26. Powell was pronounced dead at the scene, while Johnson succumbed to his injuries later at the hospital. The incident unfolded just after 8 p.m. in the 5300 block of Frankfort Avenue near Sinclair Lane. Witnesses reported hearing multiple gunshots, and a third victim, a 28-year-old woman, suffered non-fatal injuries and was taken to the hospital in stable condition. The Baltimore Police Department released surveillance footage showing 4 masked gunmen exiting a Honda and opening fire on the group. A second burst of shots rang out inside a convenience store, extending the violence beyond the parking lot. Authorities have since offered an $8,000 0-cent reward for information identifying the suspects. No arrests have been made, and police have cited no confirmed connections to the Bunny Ears crew. However, the shooting occurred in the same general area where Bunny Ears-linked activity has been observed, hinting at potential overlap or territorial conflict. This tragic incident reinforces a troubling pattern of gang and street violence in Baltimore. In 2021 alone, Baltimore reported over 300 homicides, one of the highest rates per capita in the U.S., many tied to highly localized crews fighting for control of southern and eastern neighborhoods. Baltimore's gang landscape is fractured. Small, insular juvenile crews like Bunny Ears, long-standing prison-affiliated groups such as the Bloods, Crips, Black Guerrilla Family, and neighborhood-based factions all engage in turf wars over drug corridors and street corners. Informal alliances shift frequently, and violence often flares over perceived slights or retaliatory killings. The Northeast shooting adds to the urgency facing Baltimore's leaders as they pursue a multi-pronged strategy involving law enforcement crackdowns, community-based interventions, and youth outreach to stem the cycles of vengeance and robbery that fuel street-level homicide. Until the suspects are brought to justice, the families of Powell and Johnson remain in limbo, waiting for closure, while the community grapples with growing fear and frustration that even a routine evening at a local shopping center can explode into deadly violence. On April 16, 2023, 31-year-old Dontre Mitchell was shot and killed on the 2900 block of Chesley Avenue in Northeast Baltimore. Baltimore police say he was ambushed around 8:30 a.m. A masked gunman jumped from a red vehicle and opened fire with what appeared to be a rifle. Mitchell was taken to Johns Hopkins Bayview, but succumbed to his wounds shortly after arrival. Police released surveillance footage showing the shooter fleeing and fast-tracked an $8,000 0-cent reward for tips leading to an arrest. While no formal links to the Bunny Ears crew have been publicly confirmed, the murder occurred in a corridor adjacent to territories where Bunny Ears activity has been reported. Given the proximity and timing, law enforcement and community groups are considering potential gang motives. This killing is part of a larger context. Baltimore's homicide rate, though on a downward trajectory, remains historically high. In 2024, the city recorded 201 homicides, its lowest total since 2011, and a sharp drop from 333 in 2022 and 261 in 2023. As of early June 2025, Baltimore has already seen 59 homicides, underscoring the persistent challenge of street violence even amid declining overall trends. During April 2025 alone, there were only 5.
My mama and her grandson.
5 murders, marking the lowest monthly count ever recorded, down from 13 in April 2024, a 61.5% drop year over year. Still, each incident carries weight far beyond statistic. To combat violence, Baltimore's group violence reduction strategy, bolstered by expanded homicide clearance rates, which rose from 42% in 2020 to 68% in 2024, is credited with revealing real progress. Yet arrests for murder remain steady, typically around 100 and 130 annually, suggesting systemic strains even as homicides drop. Gang politics in Baltimore remain complex. The landscape features a fragmented mix of small youth-led crews like Bunny Ears, alongside entrenched prison-affiliated groups, Bloods, Crips, Black Guerrilla Family, and neighborhood-based factions.
Oh my God!
These groups frequently clashed over drug turf and perceived slights, often erupting in lethal retaliation. The murder of Dontre Mitchell and earlier incidents involving Bunny Ears reflect ongoing tensions between localized crews asserting control over East and Northeast Baltimore. While the city celebrates record-low monthly homicide numbers, these violent flashpoints serve as reminders of deeper, unresolved conflicts fueling street-level tragedies.
Okay. Bunny Ears was crazy. That's just that name right there is just. If they just robbing everybody they meet, then how you know you got robbed by the bunnies? They pull my pockets out. I know that's what it now. I don't know why they named themselves Bunny Ears. That name right there is just unbelievable. Y'all send them super chats, send them cash apps in. I gotta use the washroom again. Hold on. I drink a lot of water, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I drink a lot of fucking water. Hey, we not done reacting. Send it in. back. Ugh. Come to the city, I promise you. I think leave. What? Wrigleyville versus Baltimore. For real. Auburn, Gresham, Inglewood. Yeah. That's Eastside niggas laying straight belt on gang. Shout out Auburn, Gresham, Inglewood, nigga. The whole Eastside, nigga. All that. Nah, bro. Man. Wrigleyville is crazy. Just a reaction again, y'all. Let's get it. I'm finna puke. But I don't know what that is my mama cooked you, but that shit smells crazy. Bro, it really almost made me throw up, gang. I don't know if it's pork or what. But I don't eat pork. And that shit just curled my stomach, gang. Something nasty on GDN. My stomach just balled up like a pair of white boy Air Force Ones.
It's just little visuals or no visuals, you hear me?
I wake up and go give me some money, I ain't got no time to waste. I've been focused chasing this chicken, but I got time to waste. You gonna make this shit make sense, cause I had to find a way. You be my brother, you cross that line, you gon' get slammed today. Ain't need no nigga to turn us up, now they tryna ride the wave. That's my twin, if he say spin, we bounce out, find a way. She said she love before my brother, that little bitch fried, she lace. I hit the whole way down the road, now she gon' my baby. I told y'all we gon' be straight.
Man, fuck Baltimore up.
I fuck Baltimore. Bitch gon' make you wait. I ain't never tuck my chain. I bust a brain. Nigga better not look this way. I did a feature with YTB and the yo had a 300 black in the Drake. I had to slow down on them Percocets. I've been out here having my way. I had fell out with my brother, but I ain't even tripping that little ass pay. Told my mama that I love her. I've been moved from state to state. Now I don't trust shit but the grind. I learned it from Steve. I got it from Trey. Free Big 5 and free babies Drake. Free AJ, Mr. Digger Grade. Walking with my heat. I be with the Reavers like I'm from 808. When she see this ice around my neck, she ain't gon' make me wait. We done put so many niggas in the grave. I know they building the case. I done seen a couple niggas change, but I'm still living with faith. We started this bounce out shit. These niggas still on the swag, they copy and paste. I'm in the SIT at AMG, no matter I'm doing the race. You put niggas on, they don't do nothing with that shit like a slap in the face. Ain't no nigga turned us up, we made our own way. Stop this bitch, bounce out the V, we see the wrong face. SI here, a cold case. Dog in the track got road rage. Man, I miss the old days. I'm in the mouth like Colgate. Purple drink, my styrofoam, I'm on the soul plane. Man, that nigga Ray turned it for me, giving out whole name. Bitch, don't give me that head for real, a league, cause I ain't playing no game. Long let it king, he get it gone before the load came. Man, that little SJ, that shit ain't bigger than my whole chain. I'ma go give me some pay, this nigga pillow talking, playing whole game. When that bitch see my face, she gon' fuck me and the whole game. Yeah, gang, bounce out. Self control, I can't react with emotion. Never panic, I keep my composure. Even if it get to me, I won't show it. Whenever it's a hit, complete, you won't know it. He can't get no sympathy, cause he folded. He went to the CBD and he told him information new to them, they ain't know it. Circle picture with the city on and I'm back, I'm reloaded. I'm crapping for soda. I tax when I sold it. The trap I promoted. You can't afford, so don't ask when I'm smoking. I got a lot of this pack if you want it. And we running out, I'll be back in the morning. I 80, we really put packages on it. Back and forth for nothing less than a quarter. Just pick up your phone and request your order. Rapping my son, but I'm blessed with a daughter. I just want to spoil her, now she getting older. I gotta be there to prepare remorse. Give her attention, my dad ain't show me. Tired of the system and ducking the police. Case on case, my daughter ain't know me. Told I'm young, she was only 24 weeks. The next time I seen her, sure was a 14. I'ma do better, I gotta be more free. I'ma be up cause the money, it don't sleep. No days off, you don't hustle, you won't eat. The road to a doctor was lonely, but I went along as my pistol was on me. We stepping on shit with both feet. And you see when my color was no heat. Never thought you would turn your back on me. When I treated them right, they were on me. I'ma just put the weight on me. Like my Joan back then ain't want me. Get a plate, I'ma make sure we all eat. Had a family play, I was hungry. If you act like smoke, then it's gon' be. Ain't nobody's getting dropped, then it's no beef. Get the Iron Man on me like Mark 3. I just want the money, I thought I told you one before. In my trap house, Gucci hair, the toe just swing my dough. Yeah, I got a money edition. As long as they print this shit out, I'ma get it. I used to trap out of Civic. Roaches and rats in the kitchen. Yeah.
Facts. I don't know about the rats, but the roaches, sure. The roaches in the kitchen. But the rats, ain't no rats in the kitchen though. You know what I'm saying? Fuck St. Louis. Them GTA characters? That's a real person? That's like a real person, bro. Those are definitely GTA characters. Yeah, these gotta be the most. This gotta be Auburn Gresham. This gotta be the most. 081 May Mob. That gotta be 81. $57 months. Cairo for they do 57 months? Hey y'all got some more reactions? Send them in. Cause that shit really made me feel like I'm about to puke. I feel like I gotta throw up now. And I don't like that feeling. That smell really fucked my stomach up. Hold on, man. Why not? Junie? Huh? Open the door. Open the door, Junie. My son keeps saying it's me. I know who it is. My son keeps saying it's me. Like I don't know it's you. Sorry, Junie. My door locked. What's up? Yes, you can have me. Because I'm working. That's why I closed my door. Keep it a little bit. I got you. My son said keep it. This dude. Play crazy. They don't wanna play crazy. They don't wanna work, baby. But it's the 908. We come and whack your old lady. Just play crazy. Play crazy. Play crazy. Play crazy. They don't wanna play crazy. They don't wanna work, baby. But it's the 908. We come and whack your old lady. Just play crazy.
Even niggas snitch in this silent city. All they need to hear is that 12 to 50. If he start asking for her sweat, then his ass singing. Then he get caught in that field, then that K gon' hit him. R.I.P. shirts gon' be worn, cause your family miss you. Your son don't know your face, he gon' kiss your picture. They gon' close that casket once they read that scripture.
I ain't gonna lie, I think that bar went over niggas' heads. Listen to what I said.
Then he get caught in that field, then that K gon' hit him. R.I.P. shirts gon' be worn, cause your family miss you. Your son don't know your face, he gon' kiss your picture.
I don't think you got you died while your son's so young. He don't know your face. He gon' kiss your picture.
They gon' close that casket once they read that scripture. They gon' sing that sad song once he read that scripture. Made your bitch a single parent, yeah, we picked that picture.
The pocket, listen to this, real nigga.
Everybody know Snake in the valley, nigga. Shorty always kept his smile, and he silent, nigga. If you playing hide and seek, he gon' find you, nigga. He gon' send you across the water, Marcus Garvey, nigga. And shout out to them Roseland and them Harvey niggas. They be out there in the hundreds catching bodies, nigga. Leaning with my bitch, I'm never low key. I be posted on Polina where you find me. The only nigga with the braids, if you know me. You asking too many things, you the police. Even if I was a hooker, you couldn't hold me. His live from the 9, I'm the OG. I'm the same nigga, killed your homie. And I ain't scared to live or die, I keep it on me. I stack it 6 times and put it on reap. If you playing with your life, boy, you won't eat. I'm gon' come up from the side where you won't see. I'm gon' let up 20 rounds, boy, you won't speak. You got money on your head that I'm gon' see. You niggas working for the feds, you the police. You niggas working for the feds, you the police.
That shit was decent. Your son don't know your face. He gonna kiss your picture. What? Hold the fuck on. I didn't just click that.
You ain't suing CG, you ain't no shit. And that's just like that, look.
I clearly read. He said this GD ass fit and that GD ass song.
Catch the When I black out, I start to see red. He tried to run and call shots to the head. Hit him where it hurt, he gon' need more than meds. Pull up, everybody tryna pull out that chopper and aim for his legs. Soon as he fall, put them all in his dreads. How you a killer when it's wartime, you scared? Soon we get hit, we go aim for them heads. Y'all get hit and go click up with feds. Fuck that bitch, once to kick out the bed. Shit was fucked up, I had to go get some bread. Don't trust shit, I sleep with one in the head. Fuck a peace tree, we wanna see bloodshed. Ain't no clicking up, free Lil BD out the feds. Ops clicking up in real life, they be scared. Nigga, fuck your gang, bitch, I said what I said. Get in my feelings, I drop a little 10. Don't do drive bags, we hop out and spin. Niggas be snitching, turn that to a trend. Can't catch you first, we gon' spin it again. Nigga be patient, you was built to win. Stay out the way, they want you in the pen. Fuck that shit, ops know I'm going in. We the reason that the murder rate rising. Bitch don't wanna fuck, she say I'm terrifying. We run off aggressive, they know we ain't lying. But fuck off aggressive, cause we still be sliding. Can't catch the ops, cause they ass be hiding. Chase by news, it's a lot of shots firing. In that scat pack, we take off, we hear sirens. Run up on me, that's the reason you dying. That's the reason you dying. You love that bitch gave up your low. Told for them after this drop, we need 10 for a show. When I was just up there, everybody was around. When I was just down there, everybody went ghost. We run a nag, can't nobody post. Play with your life, you think this shit a joke? Last nigga played, I heard he got smoked. One thing about Migo, his ass the goat. 4-5 Glock and it ain't for show. Run up on me, let that 4 nickel blow. Bitch. Let that phone when I black out, I start to see red. He tried to run and call shots to the head. Hit him where it hurt, he gon' need more than meds. When I pull up, everybody tryna pull out that chopper and aim for his legs. Soon as he fall, put them all in his dreads. How you a killer when it's wartime, you scared? Soon we get hit, we go aim for them heads. Y'all get hit and go click up with feds. Fuck that bitch once and kick out the bed. She was fucked up, I had to go get some bread. Don't trust shit, I see one in the head. Fuck a piece, you wanna see blood shit. Ain't no clicking up, free Lil BD out the feds. Ops clicking up in real life, they be scared. Nigga, fuck your gang, bitch, I said what I said.
Brave hot.
Damn hard.
This is insane money.
On the net, tryna whack a bitch. And when we catch them, we gon' smoke them, ain't no talking, bitch. And for up, we get up, we play with them sticks. Hit them up, roll them up, wanna match, little bitch. Glizzy tug, don't play tough, I'm off act, little bitch. Pull a foot them on your west, they whack you for a nick. My good guy stretch, get on your west, but he don't rap, little bitch, ayy. We don't rap, little bitch, ayy. We just cap, little bitch, ayy. I be with the trap and I ain't with the rapping that shit.
I'm aggressive.
How y'all gon' slide? And y'all ain't got no good hood, nigga. You niggas some goofs, and y'all ain't doing no hits. You pull your block with the 50s and 30s and scream it up here, get up, little bitch. Stand over him up in here with his whole beat and rollers, that's us up in activists. This is okay, shoot you in your brain, my niggas ain't really with talking this shit. Smoking 2 wires up out of the zip, the rest is that get sold, little bitch. Ayy, who at the door, little bitch? Ayy, got a pole, little bitch. Ayy, I be with the trap and I ain't with the rapping this shit. He say, you do this for fun, I made a career, little bitch. He say, how you up next? And you ain't made a hit. I'm tired of smoking this old pack. We need a new pad, let's ride, little bro. Pop out the vein and bail out this cut, cause I do not like shooting up the window. All of these goofy be tough on the boat, we call him in public, it's like him with the pole. Bitch, I'm a killer, KG vet. If you looking for me, I'm OAO. Bitch, I'm a killer, KG vet. If you looking for me, I'm OAO. Slide on this block, hit him in this top, little goofy boy thought.
Yeah, they is. They from the other side of 79. They from Killer Wars, so they the other bro. Still off aggression.
Little swerve, G-swerve, you know.
I ain't got no excuse. And he did. So it's like, he ain't like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still, boy,
This is who visuals or no visuals, you hear me?
What the fuck? Okay. That was up. Shout out to my nigga Calvo. Gang, gang, gang. He said that's a video alone. Man, I hope they don't clap the live, boy. You got Smirk in here, boy. You know Smirk, boy. Smirk, boy. Hold on now, boy. I know Smirk, boy. He clapping shit with Smirk on the song, boy. Oh, I pray to God they don't clap it. No diddy.
Chase Davis on the beat. This is the life for a street nigga. Gotta keep the heat with you. I was playing blind and my eyes can't see nigga. Chasing all these millions and the feds wanna sweep us. Really in the game while you set up on the bleachers. They say you wrong when they really, really need you. I don't wanna sleep, I be fighting on these beats. I fell alone that night. I be sipping on this water and on like ice. Know it's fucking up my kidneys and I know it ain't right. I done did
this definitely a dirt beat.
And I know it ain't right. They say the block can be the real love. Shit, I'd rather see my daughters get a real.
Hey, bro, just sit this.
I ain't switched up shit. I'm in the studio.
Hey, I don't fuck with Duty Low, aka Booty Hole, aka Mr. I ain't gonna say y'all know he did. I ain't gonna even go there. But on some shit, This was a reaction, gang. Bro, Kevo just hit this in, gang.
I'm the same little nigga, but big duty low. This shit be crazy, cause all the goofies be capping now. You will still get killed, even though I'm rapping now. All this pain I hold in, I gotta let it out. AJ did 10, they finna let him out. And my mama stay worried when she know I'm a soldier.
This nigga look like Casey from Mortal Kombat, don't he?
This is the life for a street nigga. Gotta keep your heat with. I was playing blind.
Hey, somebody tell him what he's gonna get. I can't
Chasing
tell.
all these millions and the feds wanna sweep us. Really in the game while you set up on the bleachers. They say you wrong when they really, really need you. I don't wanna sleep. I be fighting all these demons. I fell alone that night. I be sipping on this water and on like ice. I had to sign my kid's certificate, I missed birth. How you niggas bragging about them toys, I had to switch first. It was foul when Newski died, when Pluto died, I switched purse. I can never argue with you if I hit your bitch first. We doing murders back to back like we ain't got morals. Fighting murders with no type of support, that shit be real torch. How you been your word about being loyal, but you ain't been no corners. How you fighting life without a real lawyer, but you rich. I'm bound to funeral home in Chicago, money guaranteed. Everybody around me killed yes indeed. How you end up killing the only husband area selling weed just to say you T, just to say you T. This is the life for a street nigga. Gotta keep your heat with. I was playing blind and my eyes can't see nigga. Chasing all these millions and the feds wanna sweep us. Really in the game while you set up on the bleachers. They say you wrong when they really, really need you. I don't wanna sleep. I be fighting all these demons. I fell alone that night. I be sipping on this water and on like ice.
I ain't gonna lie, Smurk killed that song. Damn, bro. Yes, he's very foul. Yeah, that's why I couldn't. Y'all know me, I ain't got no motherfucking sense, y'all. I ain't got no sense. So I couldn't necessarily say it.
Oh my god. You see? Where? We go. Go.
Death was. Why, nigga? I would've shot y'all ass, bro. What the fuck is y'all doing? If y'all gonna blow the whistle, blow the whistle. Oh man, they finna go down there and fuck, bro. Them niggas on some gay shit. Them niggas, what the fuck y'all going in the hole for? Why are they going in the hole? I'm not following two niggas into a fucking cave. Look at y'all. Bro, what happened when y'all went down there and one nigga bent over? He popping him in the ass or something, bro. Now look, y'all done fucked the video up. You can't monetize it, it's gay porn, all type of shit. See what I'm saying? It's gay porn, bro. You can't. What happened if they would've? I guess niggas don't, you know what I'm saying? RP my nigga Too Wide. This is my shorty.
Love money.
Send some reaction in, y'all.
You can get rich on my block. I've been fucking these hoes last time to get that guap. I shoot him in his head and watch his fucking heart stop. Cause these niggas ain't fucking with my block. Let's get it. You can get rich on my block. I've been fucking these hoes last time to get that guap. I shoot him in his head and watch his fucking heart stop. Cause these niggas ain't fucking with my block. It's bags, 500 for a QP on my block. Smoke a rotate in it, then right down on the ops. Everywhere I go, a lot of hoes on my job. Bitch, I'm
78th, and you know how we rock. A lot of bitches want me, but I don't give a fuck. No, loud got me gone. Bitch, a nigga stop. I'm gone. Rob a nigga quick and tell his ass give it up. You know it. Bitches come last cause I'm all about my bucks. You know it. I got that hoe drunk so you know she finna bust. She going. Number one rule in these streets, not the trust. Do it. Fuck no feelings, bitch. I don't show no love. No. Bitch, I did a lot of time in that slam up. 4-5 on me and it won't jam up. Beam on his head, I'll line his ass up. Money. I ain't tryna wipe you, I'm just tryna bust a nut. I've been shooting niggas since I've been growing up. Brain shot and leave his ass stinking in the trunk. Red tape on the scene and ass slump. Pull up in D-Ville and all they ass know it's dark. You know it. Then I miss all my niggas who died for the block. You know Let's get it.
I was probably locked up. I was locked up when this song came out. I was definitely locked up.
I don't know, honey. I'm working on your block for you. Give me a few minutes to make it safe.
I was locked up.
Oh, okay, well, let me do my thing. How about that?
I shoot him in his head and watch his fucking heart stop.
Nah, but Keith be over there. This is crowd.
Let's get it. You can get rich on my block. I've been fucking these hoes last time to get that guap. I shoot him in his head and watch his
This is Dave Vaughn, original crowd, what?
These niggas ain't fucking with my block. It's bags, real shit. You can get rich on my block. You know it. I'm on Marshalltown watching out for them cops. Hit the scene swagged out in trues or some wild. I'm swagging. Niggas say they out here,
but they really not.
Hop in my coupe, you can catch me in traffic. Hit the scene, Thule on me with my pants sagging. When I hit the scene, nigga, I ain't never bragging. When I hit your block, all them niggas out there had it. Try me if you want, cause all my niggas out here riding. If you ride down my
boy, keep up. This is crowd. Keep up with folks now.
Blunts to the face and they ain't passing it. I keep ratchet, they pull me over, they ain't finding it. You can get rich on my block. I been fucking these hoes, now it's time to get that guap. I shoot him in his head and watch his fucking heart stop. Cause these niggas ain't fucking with my block. RPA. You can get rich on my block. I been fucking these hoes, now it's time to get that guap. I shoot him in his head and watch his fucking heart stop. Cause these niggas ain't fucking with my block. It's bags.
Fuck GVL. I love my little niggas, boy. Acting like the cameraman is kind of going crazy, ain't he? Look at that OG Maul. Shout out my nigga Maul. Welcome to Killer Ward. I'm trying to tell you. My nigga Lil Money, man. RP my shorty, man. Damn. Oh, shit. Hey, yo, Stunt. You my man's fault. I ain't gonna trip. Shout out to my nigga Stunt. Gang. Folks hit the reaction in. Bro, that shit still got my stomach curling, bro. I really don't know what the fuck my mama cooked, gang. That shit really got my stomach fucked up, bro. Where these niggas from? Hold on, now. It's out of the Detroit business. Hold on. My aunt needed me to open something for her. Yeah, I knew these sound like some Detroit niggas. This beat raw as fuck though. Remind me of that old Rocaine type shit. Oh boy, icy as hell, ain't it? Bro, I was talking about Al Wu. I fuck with Al Wu. Oh, my dog. They talking about aimbot, nigga. I fuck with 7 Mile. What the? These little niggas. Detroit, they got the YNs. Who's on the roof? What the fuck? Oh my days. Ugh. Them niggas just lost they shit, didn't they? Damn, boy, the Detroit niggas. What happened to them little niggas? I thought y'all wanted money. Bro, Junie, I'm working, bro. Get away from my door. I love you, son. Okay? Junie, close my door, bro. Nigga, something. Why you close your door again? Shorty and them just went crazy. Detroit niggas used to want money. Them niggas talking murder. Hey, yo. For all my niggas on 7 Mile, I didn't know what I was reacting to. I am from Chicago. I'm not from Detroit. I got strong ties to 7 Mile, but I am not from there. And them boys is gangbanging.
Screaming in my head, the voices keep me calm. Call me waiting for the dead.
On the G, they on the rack time.
Hey, listen, gang, I got a lick. Bowls, bands, a couple blicks. I'm knowing dude a goofy, and his weakness is a yellow bitch. He loafing, now I got the flick. A Mary Denim Jordan kick. And the club cap because security made him leave his stick. He parked right there by the side. Benz coupe is what he drive. We taking him at the car cause all that trailer shit, we front the ride. He fuck with my old bitch. Our brother really threw the pitch. Unemployment happened, he popped on and he ain't give him shit. He called me like
buddy up. He got like $200. Stuff him in the car and take him home and tie his ass up. And our brother ain't getting shit. Ollie hoop, we took the lick. On be yelling slap, but I be really jumping shit. Before we can even cross the street, I peeked out a red Jeep. This the same car the ops was in spending last week. I look right and bro look left. We forgot about the lick. All you heard was glizzy spark, and we been known for clapping shit. Bullets ripping through they car, they crashed the whip, ain't make it far. I know that a nigga check, cause with my Glock I'm a shooting star. Undercover towel trucks, they pulling up and jumping out. Telling us put the guns down, but fuck it, I'ma bang it out. I throw a couple try to get away and make it to the car. They blink my homie, he get on the floor and got to screaming, I know if they catch me, ain't no way that I'ma see the mob. Before I see that jail cell, I gotta make it to the car. Bright lights around, I'm steady hand circuit on the ground. I look back and turned around, they must think I'm a fucking clown. I peep from Malibu, some nigga yelling, come this way. As I get close, I see the bitch, brother will call the play. He asked me, boy, you good, you straight? Hell no, let's get away. He come around the car with chopper out, freeze, I'm DEA. I'm sick, you see it in my face, but I know this a major case. I can't turn back now, so somebody getting DOA.
On the G. This video is so raw. And that be raw as this. Alright. If y'all got some reactions, send them in, y'all, cause my stomach is really feeling queasy, gang. I'm finna air my house out or something, cause that shit is crazy.
Hey man, you don't pick up the glass for the community.
Yari.
Go, cut down. Dope bees. Oh, can I?
Hit that boy so many times, heard they made him drop the groceries. Got a nigga face up on laughing, he was thirsty. When them niggas took Mick, I can't lie, took that personally. When they did my nigga Roddy like that, really hurt me. After that, homicides and homicides.
Yeah,
we ain't worried about them niggas, the main op paralyzed. Man, Foster fucking y'all up, and y'all want some smoke with us. Niggas ain't did none of us. Any nigga play with us, we put him up. Free Savage, free LaDonna, baby clutch. Niggas just start getting wild. Niggas just up off the porch. All these niggas clicking up. What you niggas hate us for? Probably slide your mans out. Boys slide when they bored. I don't fuck with none of these rappers. What I need them niggas for? When I have my name ringing, they ain't reach for no support. Most of these niggas cap rapping. Never did shit before. We just caught a nigga lacking. You could put it on the board. Fuck a wop block, bitch, I'm one block. Bitch, I'm always 7 cut though gang till my heart stop. Told him hop out, don't stop blowing till his gun stop. Told her put them titties in my face, bitch, get on top. Yeah, he made it out of surgery. It just won his turn. His ass keep getting popped. No, it's fair concern. Wanna know who really winning? Go check legal firm. When they post broken hearts, I know it's confirmed. We run up and crash him. All the ops scratched him. Heard he try to run, then he hoped him, then he got him. Caught him at the light, and that switchy head tapped him. Then we hit the hood and shot a vid right after. Niggas swear they up on the scope, steady bapping. Tell him stop woofing, get off the gram, go get after him. Slam a nigga out, reel him in, overclap him. Slam a nigga out, reel him in, overclap him. We come through like Steph Curry. I know they hate guarding us. Heard he almost checked every party on that party bus. Found out where his bitch stay. Made that nigga chain crib. Why he up in roads with jewelry on? That shit ain't here. Louis paralyzed, but that other nigga ain't live. Don't come out of bounds with this shit, cause we a paint kid. These niggas ain't see it. I can't go like did. All he heard was fuck. He just ain't see it. Yeah, he made it out of surgery. It just won his turn. His ass keep getting popped. No, it's fair concern.
I've got some GDs. We so GDK.
Really winning. Go check legal firm. When they post broken hearts, I know it's confirmed.
Nah, I ain't see that yet. And we ain't ready to that yet.
On Pussy Gay, nigga, murder charges dropped on Pussy Gay, nigga, free up on gay. Fuck all the odds that they did, alive and paralyzed. Don't touch it, ha.
I always gotta check my reactions, bro.